If I can maybe ask before I do any introductions, maybe just ask Lisa Bradshaw, who's the Vice President of the Ilembe Chamber of Commerce. Lisa is from a business called Bradshaw LaRue Consulting, and the Vice President of our Chamber, if she can maybe just do a welcome on behalf of the Ilembe Chamber of Commerce.
Thanks, Cobus. Okay, great. And yes, a warm welcome to everybody this morning. I think it's a very exciting event that we've managed to, despite one or two technical glitches that were happening behind the scenes, we are good to go and really enthusiastic about the 10th edition of the Entrepreneur Program, which is a real celebration and a real feather in the cap of the Ilembe Chamber and the Ilembe District and its sponsors and stakeholders that are involved. So a warm welcome. I think for us, we have a few acknowledgements that we would like to recognize. I think today we have, despite our unprecedented dynamics that we're working with as business, the focus and the highlights on entrepreneurs and the impact that they have on the economy of South Africa is really something that has been a consistent source of wonder and appreciation. I think for all of us business owners out there, we know the tenacity and the drive and the skills and the innovation that's required to succeed. So I think that this wouldn't happen without some key stakeholders, and I'd like to just start off by giving a warm and a special welcome and thanks to the representatives of the program partners. So specifically AXA King Shaka International Airport, the Enterprise Ilembe, NG Pika's operations, Caesar Water, and the Wordsmiths Group, who are the owners of the North Coast Courier and the Wordsmiths and Wordsmiths Marketing. Just absolutely critical, your involvement, particularly in this current economy and all the other dynamics that we're having to deal with. Just your commitment to this program is so warmly appreciated. And again, a big thank you from the Ilembe Chamber and its participants. The 2020 program participants, the entrepreneurs of the decade, those that are out there creating employment, creating economic vibe and stimulation, and learning to navigate through just these the amazing times of change and flex. A big welcome to you and a big congratulations for making it through to this year's novel way of achieving this program. I think that it's required a whole new way of getting the program out there and delivering it, and I'm quite excited to see how it all unfolds. The Entrepreneur Program Steering Committee, the Chamber Accredited Business Mentors, the program facilitators, and the corporate identity specialists, each playing an absolutely critical role in the success of this program. So thank you very much. Our local economic development partners from across the public and the private sector in KZN, again, warm appreciation, and your constant advice and input is really a source of great encouragement for us, that those conversations are really being supported, and economic development is still very, very much a focus in our local municipality and amongst the chamber members. And again, speaking about on behalf of the chamber, those business owners, executives and managers from across our Ilembe district, the members particularly of the Ilembe Chamber, those that actually contribute to a collective effort to see business succeed in our area. A big thank you and a big warm welcome to you, ladies and gentlemen. We're really excited to kick this program off, and I'm going to hand over to Cobus, who is going to take us through the rest of the program and introduce some really key stakeholders who are going to add a lot of value to this launch. So thank you, Cobus.
Thanks so much, Lisa. Thanks for those words and especially acknowledgement of those very, very important stakeholders. But if we can maybe then introduce probably one of our biggest social partners, representing government in our district. As a local economic development agency, we've got a unique relationship, and Nathi actually briefed me earlier and just updated me on a presentation that the district municipality made to the Provincial Command Council for COVID-19, and that we were the only district of the 11 districts as well as the metro, so the 12 demarcated areas in the province, that have invited business into their COVID-19 structures. So whether that's a district command council or the economic cluster meetings or the safety and security meetings, the social cluster meetings, we're the only district that features representativity from the private sector, which I think is an acknowledgement of the relationship that we've got within our district. So the CEO of Enterprise Lembe, Mr. Nati Nkoswayo. Thanks, Nati.
For us as an agency, it has always been a privilege to be associated with this program, and we want to thank the Chamber for continuously, making sure that we are involved in this prestigious program. As most of us know, that we are operating under very different and difficult circumstances with the COVID-19 pandemic. I think it's a challenge, but at the same time, it presents itself as an opportunity for entrepreneurs to be able to reinvent themselves, to be able to adapt to the new ways of doing things. That's why we are having this launch virtually. And we're proud of that. We're proud of the way that the district, together with the social partners, particularly the Chamber, have rallied on in terms of ensuring that we rise above the challenges that we have in terms of the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. So from me, really, is to say thank you. Enterprise Lembe, as the Economic Development Agency of the district, is always proud to be associated with this program, and we have walked this journey for the past 10 years with the Chamber, and would like to continue to walk this journey with the Chamber. But particularly to the finalists, to say you are very much privileged to be part of the 2020 Entrepreneur of the Decade. This promises to be much bigger and better than any other competitions that have been, particularly with the partnership that the Chamber has made in terms of inviting world-renowned institutions like your Gordon Institute of Business Science. I think, I've always told Govas, being a GIBS alumni myself, I know very well that this program, it's now taking a shape that it has not been taken by any other district or metro in this country. So thank you very much to the Chamber, Lisa and the team, to making sure that this program continues to be a flagship, not only for the district or the province, but for the country. And good luck to all the finalists. We look forward to that last day of when we are all winners. In one way or the other, you will always remain a winner in this program. Thank you very much, Kobus.
Excellent, Nati. Thanks so much for those kind words. Very supportive partner in terms of our collaborations around economic development. Good. I think what I will have to do, I think at least Andrew's online, Andrew Carey. He's the business manager from NG Pica's operation. And, I think it's probably worth just mentioning as well, and this applies to, all of the program partners that we have got, that their local economic development and enterprise development efforts are not limited to supporting the Lembe Chamber in this singular program. These are businesses that have got significant supply development and enterprise development commitments and investments in our district as big role players in our district. And I think we need to recognize the contributions of these big businesses to beyond that, just their support of the entrepreneur program. So if I may introduce Andrew Carey from NG Pica's operation. He's the business manager there. Maybe just say a few words. Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you, Kobus, and thanks for those kind words. And good morning to everyone. I hope we're all keeping well and safe during these very strange times. I think the last couple of months has been testing for all of us, and indeed for businesses across the country and around the globe. But I think the most important thing during times like these is to maintain a positive outlook. Sometimes easier said than done, to be fair. But the real risk is that we get caught up in the noise and the negativity. And I just think if we're able to remain calm and positive, we're more likely to identify opportunities as they present themselves. And it's exactly in times like these, as we change the way we do things, as we adapt to these unprecedented challenges, that opportunities start coming to the fore. Just thinking off the top of my head, low interest rates, further enhanced reliance on technology, opportunities to develop new ways of doing business, and so on and so forth. I think for us as a business, NG Pickers Operations, I think it's the fourth year now that we've been involved in the entrepreneurship program. And this is because we really, really believe in the importance of entrepreneurs in kickstarting the economy. This has been proven time and time again, and I think it's more relevant now than ever. We also believe that the entrepreneur program is a well-rounded program and really assists entrepreneurs in taking their businesses to the next level. With the partnership of Gibbs, I think this can only go from strength to strength in the future. Just looking back at the last couple of years, we already use a few suppliers that have come out of the program on site and have been really impressed. And hopefully that trend can continue into the future. I think it's also a testament to the problem-solving spirit of entrepreneurship in general that the program is actually going ahead, albeit in an amended format. But despite the current challenges, problems have been solved, and that's a credit to the Chamber that's happening. So just in closing, a final wish of good luck to all the entrepreneurs. We wish you a happy journey and a positive learning experience over the course of the program. Thanks, guys.
Excellent. Andrew, thanks so much for those words, and also the support from NG. Just keeping an eye on my screen, I feel like one of those sports commentators, just to make sure that I know who's on and who's not. I think we can comfortably go to another long-standing partner in the program, that is Caesar Water, and between Caesar Water and their management team, they've been exceptionally supportive of not only the program but the business community in general within our area. I had a meeting yesterday afternoon again with the country manager of Turner Townsend, and we were talking about, what are the type of things that supports the economic growth that we've got in our area. And I think one of those is the quality of infrastructure supply, and that obviously includes water and sanitation. And to have the type of world-class supplier that we've got in Caesar is a real credit to our business community. So if I may ask Shan Misra from Caesar Water just to say a few words.
A very good morning to all. And I think we also want to acknowledge the presence of all the sponsors, the Chamber of Commerce, as well as the participants and others that may be watching. So I think Caesar's role has always been to play a very active role within the community we serve, and we've always been embarking on projects. But I think the entrepreneur program has evolved our involvement by directly investing in talent and exposing people to business and manage that small business or entrepreneurs would not have been able to have otherwise. And I think the fact that this program is running for the last 10 years is testament to the quality of the program and the commitment of the Chamber in ensuring the success of this program. And we're very proud to be part of this program. Everyone's very rigid. Generally, human beings are very rigid. But COVID-19 has proved we're actually very flexible in how quick we've adapted to new norms, how quick we've embraced technology. Even the oldest of people are now suddenly tech savvy in terms of Zoom meetings, Microsoft Teams, etc., where even companies are looking at board meetings, over these platforms. In the past, you'd want to sit in a room physically. And I think it just cuts out the lunches, and that's the only thing missing. But I think from the perspective of business, and I think whether you're big business or small business, being adaptable and being continuously innovative is paramount to your success. And I think that's what the Chamber program is focused on doing to all the entrepreneurs. And I think to Cobus and the team, we want to say thank you, because for us, this is an absolute pleasure to be party to this program. And we wish all participants roaring success. And I think the experience, forget the awards at the end of this, but the experience is what it makes you a winner. Embracing the program itself and gleaning the knowledge which no one can take away from you is going to be the key trump that everyone will have and set you apart from your competitors. And I think small business plays a huge role in developing South Africa and leveling the playing field of our economy. So thank you very, very much, Cobus and the team and the sponsors, as well as to all participants. The best of luck, and I'm sure your hard work will pay off. Thank you very much.
Hi, Cobus. Thank you very much. From our side, we're extremely excited. I think that the world has changed, as some of the previous speakers have said. And I think now more than ever, we need excellent leadership that goes across skill sets. It's not about specific skill, but it's good leadership. It's good quality people that will lead people into the change and to go through these changes that we're facing. I think that that's why we're excited to be part of this project again. And the entrepreneur has always been something that has excited us. In terms of what's happening from our side, I also want to say thank you to Cobus for also that we could be involved in creating a bit of an online home and a digital platforms for the entrepreneur. I think that is a absolutely brilliant thing for the competition and for the program going forward, where we then have a place and a platform where people can go to and they can see what's happening at the moment, what's happening going forward as well. So from our side, from Wordsmiths and then from the North Coast Courier, we're excited to play our part again and to showcase as much as we can to our beautiful local community. Now more than ever, it is so needed that us as business stand together and that we come together to help not just entrepreneurs that are established, but also up and coming guys. So from our side, thank you, Cobus. I'm not going to say too much more. We appreciate as always, it's great to be a part of the program now for many, many years. And we appreciate it.
Thanks, Peter. Thanks so much. We've always been exceptionally fortunate, although as officials like myself and Nati, there's a huge amount of effort and commitment to local economic development. All of these efforts need the support of local community and political leadership. And I think in that sense, we've always been exceptionally fortunate to have the support of the district leadership. And I would like to thank Deputy Mayor Dolly Shandu, that has always been very, very keen in terms of following the outcomes of this program, the type of businesses, and especially the areas that she leads from a ward leadership point of view, to make sure that we cover the whole district, and it's not only about KwaDukuza or Ballito or Mandini. So thank you for your support, Mayor, and if I can maybe just ask you to say a few words on behalf of the district leadership. Thanks, Mayor Shandu.
Thanks for your kind words. Let me greet you and Mr. Andy Horton, the President of Ilembe Chamber, and Mr. Colin Naidu, Senior Manager, Corporate Affairs of ACSA KSIA, Mr. Natin Komzwayo, the CEO of Enterprise Ilembe, Mr. Andrew Kerry from NG Pickers Operations, Mr. Mizra, Managing Director of Caesar Water, and Mr. Peter Naut from North Coast, Korea. Greetings to you all. It is a great pleasure and privilege to be given the opportunity to engage with aspiring business people in our beautiful district. The Ilembe district is committed to creating a enable environment that will see the growth and emancipation of a local emerging entities owned by Black people. The COVID-19 nationwide lockdown has had and still having a devastating effect on our economy. Ilembe was once identified as a hotspot, meaning, but all the efforts the people of the district worked together and did so diligently to ensuring that they flatten the curve and continue to curb the spread of the virus. Ilembe District Municipality is still actively involved in the fighting against COVID-19. And we want to appreciate the continued partnership that we have with the business in the COVID-19 fight. Program Director, the Ilembe District Municipality, through its Economic Development Agency, Enterprise Ilembe, is once again proud to associate with the Ilembe Entrepreneurs Competition, more especially as this is the 10th year of the competition. We have seen since inception how this program has impacted on the enterprise development and job creation in the district. As we are well aware that unemployment is one of the greatest challenges facing the district. And the only way for us to overcome this is to work together as a government and a business to implement the various strategies that have been formulated. The entrepreneur competition is one such initiative that creates the opportunity for small businesses to build capacity, get exposure and growth. On behalf of Ilembe District Municipality and our Economic Development Agency, Enterprise Ilembe, I want to wish all the finalists who will be embarking on the Entrepreneurs Masterclass program everything of the best. We hope that this opportunity will assist you in growing your business and hereby creating more jobs in the district. I thank you, Program Director.
Thank you so much, Mayor Shandu. And I think maybe just from my side as well, and from the office bearers of the Ilembe Chamber, Lisa and Andy Horton, that are very, very familiar with your leadership. A big thank you to you, and also to Mayor Gumede, Sadu Gumede, that has got a special relationship with the private sector in our district. So, and I think especially now, with the challenges that we're going through across the district, around infrastructure vulnerability because of people's frustrations, etc. We value this relationship. So thanks very much, Mayor Shandu. So what I want to do is just very quickly and very briefly, and then I'm going to hand over to Miranda afterwards, is just go through our entrepreneur program and our journey so far. Just maybe a bit of a flashback. We've been running this program now for 9 years. So 2020 will be our 10th celebratory event. And we decided that considering the 208 finalists that we've taken back through this program, the fact that these finalists that directly after their participation in our program have recorded on average a 50% growth in their businesses. We've created through this program over the 9 years 232 new jobs, which I know is an absolute drop in the bucket of employment that needs to be created. But if you consider that, you know, the size of our program, and despite the fact that we attach a huge amount of value to it, is that we're the smallest district municipality in KZN. And this is a program that the jobs that we've retained and the jobs that we've created came in at a cost of 2,520 Rand per job, which I think is a significant achievement. And I hope all our partners, from the Airports Company, Ellie, you and your team, and Joburg, to the Wordsmiths Group and Peter and his team here in Ballito, that you continue to see this as a value for money program, and that the motivation, the entrepreneurial spirit, the entrepreneurial presence that we've got in the Ilembe district will allow you to continue to support our program. So just very quickly, we then, on reflection, I must say one of the things that we did decide on is that we always said, and this is prior to the circumstances that we find ourselves in, is that we want to deviate from the program. I think one of the things that my steering committee pointed out to me is that every year we go through a further 20 finalists and we announce winners and second and third placed winners, but we never reflect on the successes that we've had over the 9 years. So I think this format was in response to that. And then also probably an element that is quite important for the chamber is that, you know, we need to make sure that in terms of the format of the program, and I'm talking now the standard format that has been presented over the last 9 years, is that we take maybe a breather from that and allow this year to rejuvenate the format of the program. You know, have a look at the academic content that in the normal program we partner with UKZN and initially with MIT when they had a relationship with UKZN. And that resulted in the concept of let's work on a format for the entrepreneurs of the decade to celebrate the businesses that has participated over the last 9 years. So we decided that will be an approach, and we shared that with all of our partners who were fortunately in agreement. And then obviously our will changed on the 27th of March this year. And what we had to do is we were determined to make sure that we do present the celebratory event. But obviously we had to look at both the content as well as the format of delivery to make sure that, first of all, it remains accessible. Secondly, that it remains relevant. And thirdly, as well, is that considering the circumstances that we're finding ourselves in, the trading environment that we're finding ourselves in, how can we support those businesses that we have selected as the 20 entrepreneurs of the decade to actually immediately find some relevance and have, through the program, the celebratory program, have a meaningful impact on their businesses. So in terms of the design of the program, we worked around the intention to have a focus on business continuity, despite the circumstances, innovation and encouraging innovation around your business, and then obviously exploring the growth dimensions and the growth potential of your business. So that's what drove us with regards to the format. There's a number of components to the program. Miranda and myself are working on making sure that we create exposure for our finalists to significant businesses, either from a guidance and a mentoring point of view, but also from a potential investor point of view or potential supplier arrangements, etc., with a number of significant businesses within the country. And I think that's one of the benefits that this relationship with GIBS is going to bring, is that they've got a significant database, a significant alumni presence that hopefully we would be able to tap into the benefit of the 20 finalists that were selected. The masterclass concept, let me leave that for now. I'm going to come to that when I make the big announcement about GIBS's involvement, Nati, Andrew. And then one of the other things that we decided to do is looking at, for example, what some of the significant entrepreneurial development programs within the country, but also internationally do, is that we felt that we would like to create a digital home for the entrepreneur program. So that digital home will be the entrepreneur.net.za, and it will, in the future, host the profiles of participants and finalists in the normal program. And then obviously a bit more fanfare around the entrepreneurs of the decade that we have selected. So we, together with our partner, the Wordsmiths Group, they financially supporting little videos that are being made all over the district at the moment that will be placed on this virtual home, and that people can use as a reference site for entrepreneurial development in our district. And I must say, if I look, and I had a meeting with Marianne and Stuart and Ken and the guys from Wordsmiths Marketing the other day, and we spoke about, the video approach and the little marketing video, and little businesses like Zingi Africa with all the color, and Just Meets Shishinyama and Mandini with just reflecting what South Africa is all about. I think that in itself will be a coffee book of entrepreneurial businesses in our district. I'm exceptionally excited about that. That's just some screenshots from last for the entrepreneur.net.za. That is the work that is currently being done. You'll see a few familiar faces there. I see Cheryl, and I see Colin and Ellie, and then obviously Mbali, that was last year's winner, and then the gentleman from NG. So that's the type of structure that we will have for the digital home, and that hopefully we can grow that, and that becomes a bit of a reference site, an art exhibition for entrepreneurs in our district. Okay, so there you go then. So just maybe a final comment before I talk about our relationship with GIBS is that, guys, please diarise as well. Although this event is an event that people were invited to, the final event and the virtual exhibition will take place on the 29th of October at a similar time. I think we might be starting at 10, an hour later, but also just for an hour and a half. That will be a public event. So please diarise that, a celebration of all the businesses that have participated in the entrepreneurs of the decade. We're working with Miranda and them on the format for that final event, but that will be a public and an open invitation. So please, as you always do when we do have the entrepreneur exhibition, please make sure that we invite as many of our friends and business colleagues and partners to that event as possible. So good. So there you go, Miranda, worst kept secret, as I mentioned. As I said, this year we decided that we would like to partner with a significant academic and development partner. I met Nick Benadel at a think tank last year in the Berg, and he impressed me significantly. And as a result of that, Nick introduced me to Miranda Hosking, who is the Director for Entrepreneurship, the Entrepreneurship Developer Academy at the Gordon Institute of Business Science at the University of Pretoria. And one of the things that I think drove my courting of Miranda, and I think I repeated this on a number of occasions, is that, you know, this is not a run-of-the-mill program. This is a program where we would like to showcase and push the standards of business and entrepreneurial businesses, especially in our district, on an ongoing basis. And the partner need to reflect that intention and those desires of our business community as represented through this program. We made it clear that these people, the entrepreneurs of the decade, they've earned their stripes, they've gone through the normal program, and now it's really about pushing them to fulfill their potential. And therefore, the content reflects that. You know, this is not about an income statement and a balance sheet. This is about you as an entrepreneur of the decade, getting stuck in and making the most of your business, because you and the jobs that you create owe it to this country and our economy. So it's you know, an absolute pleasure for me to thank Miranda for this collaboration with GIB. You know, and hopefully things to the irritation of UKZN and Dr. Simon Taylor, I'm sure, you know, but maybe there's a different format. You know, I would love to see GIBS having a more significant presence in our district. You know, these are the type of quality collaborators that enhances the credibility of our business community significantly. I think if I could, and I would have done a drum roll, but I'm not going to try and put her on the spot and try and embarrass her any further. But Miranda, thanks so much. And I think this is the opportunity. My screen is not shared, so over to you from a GIBS point of view. Thanks very much, Miranda.
Thank you so much, Kobus, and everybody, for the warm, albeit half-secretive welcome. It's indeed the culmination of, I think, a conversation that started more than a month ago today. And we are, I will say, very happy to be partnering with Ilembe. I must maybe correct the assumption that we haven't been present in KZN. I just wanted to reflect and say that the EDA is, as much as it's, you know, we're situated within GIBS, we have a very large footprint nationally. Two of our largest programs, in fact, have run in KZN as part of the rollout of a national program. And those were the Walmart Foundation program, which was focused on township entrepreneurs. We ran that last year in Umlazi. And then the JP Morgan program, which was focused on the green economy, which we ran in Durban, Umhlanga, I think about 18 months or so ago. So to kick it off, thank you so much for the opportunity to partner with you. We are very happy that we were invited to be a strategic education partner and to help the entrepreneurs along in terms of their journey towards, you know, their own development and becoming more sustainable and so on. So to run you through, for those of you who don't know, and Nati, thank you for acknowledging the GIBS relationship and the fact that you are a proud alumnus. We're always very happy to work with our alumni. So for those who don't know who GIBS is, we're the business school attached to the University of Pretoria. We are internationally accredited, so that's something that we're very proud of. We have been accredited by some of the leading international bodies that look at academic programs. And so we are proudly the leading business school on the continent. And we know we hope that the work that we do in every part of GIBS reflects that. So in terms of just our objective, we like to be known as the business school for business. And that means for us as the EDA that within that definition, we look at small business and entrepreneurs as well. It's a very important role for us that we play around the facilitation of the participation of small business in the economy. And so the investment in entrepreneurs as the drivers of that growth is very important, just from a strategic perspective around what the EDA is about. So to give you some insight into who we are, we were launched in about 2012 as the center that is responsible for entrepreneurship education and training at GIBS. Our partners are public sector, private sector, and then we work with various international donor agencies. And our purpose really is twofold. The one part of the purpose is around entrepreneurship development and promotion, and the other is to be a strategic partner for corporates with regard to the implementation and achievement of the enterprise and supply development objectives. So we do work very well with large corporate partners, but we try and make sure that as a significant role player in the entrepreneurship ecosystem, that we work broadly with government, with civil society, and of course with entrepreneurs themselves. We work with a large variety of entrepreneurs, whether those are in different sectors, at different growth stages, and like I said, across the country. Most recently, a lot of our interventions have not been face-to-face, obviously, given the COVID situation. And so we have very successfully pivoted to be able to present programs in a large variety of formats, both online, blended, and in person. We pride ourselves on being a key contributor to research on entrepreneurship and enterprise and supply development. And so we do see ourselves as a significant convening space for dialogue and conversations that matter around entrepreneurship and the promotion thereof, the development of entrepreneurship, as well as ESD, particularly for our corporate and public sector partners. One of the key distinguishing features of the EDA is that no two solutions, no two interventions look the same. And so when we started talking to Cobus, it was very much around an intervention that is bespoke for this group of entrepreneurs, that is very targeted at identifying key issues that we would want to address through the series of masterclasses. And it isn't something that we've done before, so we're not taking something off the shelf to present to you. It is very much something that is individualized and customized for your particular requirements. To give you an idea of the fact that you're in good company, I thought I should show you some of the big clients that we've worked with. Also just to give you comfort around the fact that we can work with all sorts of clients, all sorts of partners, regardless of sector or where they are located. So we've done a whole lot of programs over the last 8 years that we've been in existence. Some of those are national programs, some of those are focused on specific regions. But this slide really was just to show you that there is a lot of work that's happening. Some of the programs are running concurrently, even as we speak. And some of them are very key niche programs. Others are multi-year programs that look at sort of a broader rollout. This is a short intervention, but as Cobus said, we're very happy to talk about how we can partner into the future with the Ilimbe district. So our work, we've worked with more than at this point, more than 2,500 entrepreneurs over the years that we've been in existence. Our programs, like I said, are run nationally. We have a particular bias towards women and youth, and you'll see that in the fact that more than 54% of our participants are female. Almost 90% of participants of our programs are, broadly speaking, Black. And then we do track various key metrics for the partners that we work with. So we look at jobs created and retained, for example. We look at revenues, we look at profitability. So those are some of the key issues for us that are important with regard to tracking impact, not just for the partners that we work with, but also because we want to see and make sure that we are in fact doing meaningful work as it impacts on entrepreneurs as well as the economy. So this program is a series of masterclasses, and I thought I'd just run you through the topics that we agreed. So we'll kick it off next week on the 17th of September with our first session, which really is about looking inside the entrepreneur. So issues of entrepreneurial mindset, resilience, and personal mastery. And this really is about helping you to identify those key competencies and characteristics within yourself that you may need to work on, that you may need to acquire, because it's these characteristics that will help you to become sustainable into the future, so that your entrepreneurial journey hopefully is not a short one. Then for session 2, we will look at innovation and creativity, and to zoom in on unlocking your ability to innovate for competitive advantage. Now, all of us are aware that COVID has forced many businesses to think differently. What we're wanting to do in this session is to help you to understand how to think differently, to give you some practical tools and tips around being innovative and creative, and not just in a crisis situation, but also as you grow your business, hopefully into new markets and new spaces, and to help you to think about the possibility that is out there, to give you practical guidance, but also to help you to sharpen your own ability to be creative and innovative. Then session 3 on the 1st of October is focused on negotiation and decision making. And really, again, these are key strategic business competencies. So I had a brief conversation with Cobus about the need for this topic, and some would understand this as an organizational development kind of thing. For us, we think about it as the fact that negotiation and decision-making are key business issues. They relate to your strategy, they relate to your growth plans. You need to be able to negotiate with clients and partners and suppliers. And so we're wanting to be able to impart some key techniques, help you to be able to use the information at your disposal to inform your decision-making, ultimately so that the decisions that you make for your business lead to your business's sustainability and growth. And then session 4 on the 8th of October is really about a very important issue that we've seen, especially within these COVID times, that need a whole lot more attention. Lots of entrepreneurs have not thought about the importance of going digital for their businesses and what that means in an environment where, for example, we can't get together, we can't meet, we can't see each other the way that we've been used to. And so the Going Digital session really is about helping you to grasp strategies and techniques to grow your business in a digital economy. It's very easy for us to communicate with our friends and our family on digital platforms like Facebook, for example. What we're wanting to help you with is to leverage the strength of those kinds of platforms to increase your market, to make sure that your customers and potential customers know that you're available, and also ultimately to be able to increase your revenues through digital marketing and sales. And so we're hoping that that session really gives you some of those insights and techniques. To give you an idea of the facilitators that we've attached, so we take this very seriously as GIBS because we want to make sure that the experience for you is a quality experience and that you get exposure to people who are experts in their field, understand the importance of translating the content that we have for the entrepreneurial experience. And so this slide is really just about showing you who you'll be meeting over the next few weeks. Gloria, who will run the first session, is a certified coach. She works a lot on issues of entrepreneurial mindset, and she's also a key facilitator in our Walmart program. So we've worked a lot with Gloria over the last few years, and we're very comfortable that she'll be able to take you through this process of understanding your mindset, of preparing you for looking at yourself as an entrepreneur, taking the space and owning your space as an entrepreneur in your community and in the economy. Then Manoj is lead faculty at GIBS on innovation and design. It's his passion to look at how to apply innovation to business problems. And so he'll lead your session on innovation and creativity. Buyani, we work a lot with. He is a strong strategist, and so we thought that he would be best placed to run your session on negotiation and decision-making. He's also a leadership expert, works a lot on change management and transformation, and employee engagement. So we think that this combination of skills and insight would be very useful to take you through the negotiation and decision-making process. Wei Ling is a digital marketing and digital branding expert. So her areas of expertise relate to digital business, product design. She's very keen on user experience and brand management. And we've worked with Wei Ling most recently on a social entrepreneurs program, but infusing the program with a digital kind of angle. So she would be very useful for you. And again, the sessions are very practical. We're looking at how we can give you tools and tips and techniques. And so a lot of this is not about theory, but rather about the application of the content that we're wanting to impart. And that we're wanting to work with you on. What we'll do is we'll enroll the 20 participants, and I'm going to give Mbali the opportunity, my team the opportunity later to talk you through the platform. But I just wanted to emphasize that for everybody that we enroll, at the completion of this process, we'll be giving you digital badges to show that you've participated and that you've engaged with the content. Those digital badges are internationally recognized. You'll be able to put them on your website, on your LinkedIn platform, for example, on Facebook, and they should show, potential clients and partners that you work with that you've done this program with us. So it is our badge that we do attach some value to, and that the broader community should be able to recognize, because it would be issued by GIBS for those of you who complete the program. So we're very excited again about partnering with you. I'm very excited about meeting all of you, seeing you in the first session. And then at the end, like Cobus said, we are working with Cobus to be able to design for you an experience where we bring in entrepreneurs, entrepreneurs who are out there, not maybe in your immediate vicinity, to participate in your final session. And as part of what we're doing for the rollout of the masterclasses is we've also taken it upon ourselves to invite some external guests. So these are entrepreneurs that we've worked with previously, as well as mentors, coaches, facilitators, maybe business development experts who may be able to participate in the sessions and would be able to assist from the perspective of people who've been there and are working in this area, and hopefully to assist you in building your networks as well as you go along. So we are very excited about seeing you, about working with you, about taking this journey with you. And I thought that I should just end by saying thanks again, Cobus, for the opportunity to partner with the Lembe Business Chamber. We look forward to walking alongside you over the next few weeks.
Guys, just a comment from my side on the contribution from Miranda is that although there would only be 20 finalists that would be enrolled on the learner management system for the program, we've also arranged with GIBS and with Miranda that we would be able to have hosts or guests to be hosted on the for the master classes. So all of those mentors and partners and steering committee, the chamber board, etc., that would like to, and I do believe that, I would like to do it, to get a bit of direction, in the economic reality that we're finding ourselves in. It might be very useful to consider attending the master classes for your own development and own motivation as well. So this will be a program whose impact will go much more beyond or much further than just the 20 entrepreneurs of the decade. I would like to, from our side, thank everybody that's participated. Once again, the partners, Lisa, for your kind words from the chamber and my board point of view. And then most importantly, for all your business finalists that are the entrepreneurs of the decade participating in this program, please make the most of it and enjoy the program. If I don't see you through the masterclasses over the next 4 weeks, we'll see you for a very, very exciting final event and virtual exhibition on the 29th of October. So with that, thanks very much for joining us. I think that's almost on the hour, which is excellent. So thanks very much, guys. Have a brilliant day. Thank you.